sea of handicaps, disorders and biological restraints that hinder us from acquiring either knowledge, skill, information, ideas, or expertise. These are called learning disabilities. So after Joko, so that you have to multitask. Let me say the other time. So now the next thing is, what are specific learning disorders? That is, okay, let me give you examples. Okay, we have different examples, like things like autism. Things like attention, deficit hyperactivity disorder. Okay, let me write it out. Attention, deficit hyperactivity. There are some kids, hyperactivity disorder. You discover that there are some kids or some students, they find it very difficult to sit down for 2 minutes in the class. You see they're always active, full of energy. There is kind of there's a neuroscience behind that, but that's not for today's topic. But I think it has been covered in one of the topics, in our masterclass in Educational Neuroscience. So things like then Down syndrome, Dyslexia, Rett syndrome, or Tourette syndrome. You know, there's some diseases like that. People find it very difficult to, if you ask them to write, you see the pupils or the students find it very difficult. It could be motor dysfunction, like the motor neurons, like told us yesterday. It could be deficits, or they are not functioning well. So it could lead to impairment in, they call it fine motor skills. The ability to write ABC, clearly, good calligraphy. So there are so many of them. But what our concern today is with specific learning disorders. And what are specific learning disorders? Specific learning disorders are those disorders or disabilities that are connected to education. Specific learning disorders, they are what? They are those disabilities or disorders or difficulties. There are 3 Ds. Disorders, disabilities, difficulties. That are connected to what? To the education system. That is what specific learning disabilities are. And one good example is what we are going to be looking at today. The slow learning, and that is today's topic. So what I've done is just simply give you the background information of where we are going, where we are headed. So now the first question becomes, what are glia cells? We have different types of cells. The cells that are basically connected to education are known as what? Neurons, isn't it? Neurons. The cells that are connected to education basically mainly are neurons. But then there is glia cells also play some unique role. Yes. And they're going to be looking at the role of glia cells and what roles do they play in learning in the academic environment. That's what the topic of today is all about, or one of the themes, one of the items that we are going to be discussing today. So the word glia, it means glue. So please do not forget, glia means glue. The word glia means glue, and simply glia cells are, in fact, do you know that glia cells are even plentier in the brain than the neurons? They are much more in quantity than the neurons. Despite the fact that we have about 86 to 100 billion neurons, 86 to 100 billion neurons, but glial cells, in fact, according to some maybe rough estimates, they said glial cells are almost like 3 times higher in quantity or in population than neurons. So glial cells, it means glue. I think it's from Latin words. And what are glial cells? Glial cells are simply those cells in the brain that support neurons. Were you in my other classes? Or this is the first time? Yeah. The videos. I'm really very sorry, but you just follow us. If there are what I think you should be able to get